Mamba out.
Hey, hey, hey. What's
Hey.
good? I figured I'd play, last year. It was Mama Day yesterday. His birthday was
I
on
know.
Monday. Yeah.
I loved it. I almost started shedding tears because it's Kobe, and
Yeah.
we miss him. I miss Kobe. I miss him a lot.
I miss post Lakers Kobe.
What?
I
Wait a
miss the
minute.
post Lakers Kobe, the
No,
off the
I
court
miss.
Kobe, the
Oh my
the
God,
person
I
who was
miss all of
powerful.
Kobe.
No, I know, I get it. I
Because
mean,
the thing of it is I understand you missing off court because off court we didn't know what he did and what he was doing, and then when we saw it, and then he
it was
tragically we
amazing.
lost him. It's just one of those
Yeah.
things like, oh my God, it's devastating, right? So
Yeah.
I get it. Welcome everybody, Girl Chat Sports in the building.
Hey, what's
Up in
good?
the Facebook and the YouTubers, our YouTubers and our friends out there. Please
And
make
our
sure you're telling
Twitterers
your
out
friends,
there and
our
stuff.
tweeters. Yes. Please remind everybody to follow us and subscribe. We need our
Subscribe. Share
subscriptions,
this
yo.
while we're doing it.
Yeah,
It's just us
sure.
tonight.
Yes.
We're hanging back.
Yeah.
It's nice to have, a nice little. We love our guests. We love guests.
Right.
We love guests
We
that
do.
find us. We love us finding guests. It's just once in a while, it's nice to just sit back and be able to go mano y mano. You know what I mean?
Right. It's a catch-up week.
It's
Total
a
catch-up week.
It's a
Yeah,
catch-up
let's
week.
catch up. Yeah.
You, speaking of catching up, you went to the Dodgers. You were in LA and went to a Dodgers game.
I mean, that's a blessing within itself.
Yeah.
That's
great.
And shout out to my cousins. They were amazing. Doing well. It was one of those things like you don't expect to do things on a day off, and then you just end up, hey, I might as well
why not
try something
I got
different.
I got time on my hands.
And it just kind of was one of those things. I was like, oh my God, this is so amazing. The weather's great. And I just, and I love my boys in blue. I love the Dodgers. They lost.
Well, how long has it been since you've been back? Since you've been there?
I hadn't been to a Dodgers game and been to LA, and shoot, it's been a very long time. Years. And with COVID, you can't just take these risks. You know what I mean? It's still, you got to be very careful. Shout out to my mom though, because she got me the dopest N95 mask. I mean, they really suck you in. Like you're not getting anything in those masks. And,
really?
Protocols at the stadium, when I was looking online, they say that you can, it's mask at all times during the game. Like you cannot take it off unless you're eating or drinking or that. But it's even though it's outdoors,
which is interesting. Yeah, because when I took Tilly to the Mondays for the Aviators on Monday.
I saw that.
Tilly had a blast, but she was, I think was, it was a lot to take in, all the people, all the dogs, but on the pit or on the grass field there out in left field, you can actually not wear a mask. You only wear the mask when you have to walk into the little undercover concourse where the food and stuff is.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It was nice to be out there.
And the weather wasn't too bad. Our weather is starting to get a little bit better.
Nice, except for the smoke out there. I don't know how the people in California or even like Washington are dealing with it. I mean, we barely get it, but even when we do get it, it's crazy.
Yeah, those fires are no joke. And that smoke is no good. And even when you look on the weather app, I think last week, even on the week from today, like it was saying how the air quality was bad, like on a Wednesday and a Thursday, smoky in the air. But yeah,
it's nonstop.
It's good to take in some baseball from time to time. There's nothing wrong with that.
It is.
Yeah.
But so happy birthday to Kobe. Everybody celebrated. There was a lot of great posts for Kobe Day and Mamba Day. Snoop had a great one that was out there. That was good. We also want to say a happy birthday to our girl Kelsey Plum.
Yes. Please give Plum Sauce.
Her birthday is 8/24, and this girl has had such the amazing career, let alone this past year since coming back from an Achilles tear and a season-ending injury. The year she's had has been amazing. So we can only continue to hope that hopefully that she's blessed to continue on having great success. And then our Aces just clinched a playoff. So within the last hour,
they sure did.
Like I was looking up, because I was like kind of confused as to why the Storm had clinched, but we hadn't. And I'm like, but we were ahead of them technically. And then there was a tie because we both lost, I think, on Tuesday. So I was like, wait, how do they clinch but we don't? I don't understand it, but I know that because the Liberty lost, we got in. We're clinched. So Congratulations to the Lady Aces.
And the Liberty got dunked on. Sorry, Sabrina.
But Brittany Griner got their butt
monster. Yeah, Brittany Griner's a monster. Yeah. The baseball pass to Brittany Griner and that dunk right in your face. Did you see the clip of that? Oh my God.
I did.
Yeah,
it was beautiful.
Your face.
It was. And they had over 100. Here's though, WNBA games don't usually go over 100 points. They had 106 points.
Yes. Mercury is rising for sure. Mercury is definitely a retrograde. But I think our aces, our girls, can take them. And happy belated birthday to Liz Cambage, because this past weekend she had a birthday too.
Yeah.
So her turn up was real. The Versace dress was spot on.
Versace.
Yes, was spot on. Hair, everything. She had that down. So she looked amazing. Looked like she had an amazing time in California. And shout out to her. That was a good look.
Yeah. Speaking of the Aces, they did lose yesterday to Connecticut, but they had another plane fiasco that went down.
What?
Because there was the Hurricane Henry that was coming through the East Coast.
Oh yeah.
They had to leave a day early, I think on Saturday. But then they ended up having like 2 different delays over the course. I mean, it literally took them probably like 12 to 14 hours just to get across country.
Incredible.
And then they had, I think Chelsea Gray was quoted as like, they went to Walmart to get dinner because it was like midnight. It's not like Vegas. You can't just go anywhere at midnight and get food. So they had to go to Walmart to get dinner, to get food.
Right.
They couldn't practice, I think, one day or that first day because of the hurricane that was affecting the area. They only got to practice like Monday, which was the day before. And now they've got to go to Atlanta
they got
tomorrow.
the Dream on Thursday.
And then they got the Indiana Fever on Saturday. So they've got another 2 big, road trips and then back to the house.
I hope the plane doesn't do any kind of shenanigans and pull that, because our girls can beat both of those teams. And so we need them to be prime, prepped, and ready to go. Yeah.
Yep.
We could definitely do that.
Oh, my God.
I'm so happy. We've got so much going on in the news today. Twitter is on fire.
You got to give me the Twitter updates, because Twitter is like only when I go is when I need to post something.
So I don't know if you guys have been tapping into Instagram lately or as of today, but if you notice in the comments, like somebody will post something great and you want to hear what the perspective is, of course, of the audience. Not that they have a valued perspective, but you like to hear the comments, because the comments go in and they have some cute, clever little comebacks.
Yeah.
But it's trending right now. And I don't know if Instagram is down or they've been hacked, but the hashtag "Nah He Tweaking" has been all the comments on every celebrity page. So if you go on Instagram right now and click on somebody's Instagram post, you'll look at comments and like, "Nah, she tweaking. Nah, he tweaking. Nah, he tweaking." And it's a whole laundry list of them. So Twitter is on fire with that whole hashtag "No He Tweaking." And they're like, what is going on Instagram? Because it was serious matters, and it's all the commentaries. No, he tweaking. Kendrick Lamar posted a video of his new song. No, he tweaking. No, he tweaking. So that's
I don't know. It's a lot.
I don't know what's going on with that, but that's one. And then our Rachel Nichols. Nichols.
Didn't see this one coming.
We didn't. And Rachel Nichols and Jimmy Buckets are trending together. They trend at the same time. Anytime it's something Rachel Nichols related, we know Jimmy Buckets is right around the corner. And so the memes are going crazy. They're going crazy with Jimmy Buckets' reaction, how he is with the whole thing. But if you guys didn't know, or you didn't get an alert, she is pretty officially gone off of ESPN.
She's being taken off NBA games. And they're taking her show from her.
Yeah, taking her show from her. And it was all because of the commentary that was recorded, that was found at the New York Times that posted about her talking about Maria Taylor and mentioning Maria Taylor.
Who went crazy at the Olympics and did phenomenal.
Yes, and was phenomenal. Yeah. And kind of cited her success to just being a diversity quota, if you will. Like, she's not going to take you're letting her take my spot because it's some diversity quota. When that's not the case. Maybe she's just better than you. Maybe she just brings a little bit more. It's not about diversity quotas. And for you to say that, it was already problematic. And for it to come out was even more problematic, because we thought she had done damage control. I mean, she addressed it somewhat on the jump, and she had her guys kind of supporting her.
Of course.
That didn't work. It didn't work.
I'm just kind of wondering what took so long for it to be today. Like, this has been going on for about a month or two. So why today? Yeah, like, was there more to it? Is there going to be like let this become a Netflix episode?
And not to mention, Maria Taylor is gone. Like from this incident, she left and she's with NBC, and that's why she killed it for the Olympics. So you don't even have Maria Taylor, and then you still take this woman's
I would love to see like Malika Andrews get her own show.
That would be
nice.
Awesome. That would be nice.
That would be nice.
That'd be nice. Yes. But Twitter has got another different take on it. They're saying, with Max and Rachel gone, looks like Stephen A. is going to take over everything on ESPN.
Oh, Lord. It's time to tune out.
Max Kellerman is also rumored to be leaving First Take, and it's going to be Stephen A. possibly with guests and Molly.
Oh, wow.
I don't know, but he's not in
I
that
think Molly's time is kind of done. Like, I feel like, she's had a lot of more substitutes in her seat a while the last year. And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not as excited by Molly anymore.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I need to be,
who's she dating again? She's with what's his name?
Jalen, isn't
yeah,
she married to Jalen?
She's married, I think, to Jalen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's part of the ESPN family to that degree,
of course.
Too, so.
I mean, she's solid in there. So. Speaking of couples, big news was the announcement of the divorce filing for Dale and Sonya Curry. These guys have been together since 1980. Well, they've been together since college, but they got married in 1998.
30
when
years.
They had Steph. And of course, there was some reports in regards to she was cheating, and there was a picture of a guy that she was cheating with that did not look like you would leave your husband for. Let's just say that. And we all know that Dell is probably a retired NBA player, that we know about guys in the league and some of their I didn't want to say infertility, the inability to be loyal to their wives,
the infidelity of it all. I guess they were both not infertility because I got kids, honey. No, but definitely. Infidelity for sure. On both sides, from what I understand. But I guess they have filed this since June, Well,
they've been separated since right before the pandemic.
Right.
And then they were kind of living separate. They filed it in June. But it sounded like from some people is that, when she stepped out, that was the final straw. But of course, when he was stepping out, not a big deal. But now that she steps out, I don't want to give you alimony. I want to do that. I don't know. It's maybe touchy, but there's a whole, like you said, Twitter as well as Facebook. Everybody was having a bunch of discussion on, what guy wants to get out of a marriage and after, almost in his 60s and have to go back into the market and the dating scene. And all these men are chiming in about, you don't leave this. First of all, Sonya is beautiful and gorgeous.
She is.
And second of all, to leave her.
It's Dale Curry. First of all, he's not your average 60-year-old guy. So he's going to pull that work, okay? Are you going
to pull anything that's going to be significant?
Probably not, but he's on the other side.
Trophy wife next, I guess.
I mean, but he's on the other side heading into the fourth quarter of life. Do you really need? Your benefits are already in order. Your affairs are. If you want to live your best life into your senior twilight years with some young filly, this is what men with wealth do. So this is not anything new.
I hear you.
We're not talking about somebody that's 60 that we know or whatever. That's not
right.
Affluentially.
And Sonya, I'm sure, can be great on the market. She's beautiful. But it's I guess for me, I'm thinking at 60, I don't want to be dating. You know what I mean? I don't want.
I would like to be settled down 60. Too. But again, we're not wealthy either. We're not wealthy people either. I'd say that if I was, let me be the next up and coming fashion designer that's net worth is like Kate Spade or somebody without the suicide. Rest in peace, Kate Spade. Let me be that person and change her to. You don't know what. Let me be Tina Turner at 50. How about that? She never got married.
Something.
Again. And she lives in the south of France. Living her best life and looking amazing.
Man.
So. I can't say that. I mean, for us regular common folk, I can, like myself, us po folk. I can say that. But let me have some commas behind my name. I don't know. I really can't answer that. I mean, I'd have to ask people in the chat what they think about that.
I'm just curious to know, how much the kids knew, if they knew. I mean, obviously they knew they were separated, but I'm how much of Dad's playeristic ways were you aware of back in the day?
But it's the pointing the finger thing, because men are crazy. They always think okay, they can do all this dirt, to your point, and then she goes out and does the same thing. And now it's oh no, you totally disrespectful. This, that, and the other. You're a mother. Well, you're a father. Yeah. You always get those blame games. So, I mean, I'm saddened by it. But, I kind of noticed in hindsight, I never saw them sitting together either. Or the kids would always be between the two of them. They'd be there, but it wouldn't be. I
mean, but they were in the games, like the most recent playoff games where fans were allowed, and they had their different, Blades. I think there was Blazers back then and the Warriors. But yeah, I wish them the best. I hope this doesn't get thrown through Twitter discussions and
I hope
craziness.
There's no unexpected pregnancy pop-ups or any other kind of crazy thing. I don't want any scandal with this. I let them just do the divorce thing and go on their lives. I don't want to hear no scandals.
And I know that Sonya made an announcement or a statement that was like, we wish that, to have privacy, and we're going to be in this together for our kids and grandkids, of course, too. It's just, something that comes out of left field. You're not expecting this. You're not this couple out there.
They were like the bomb. I mean, the family was just bomb. Picture perfect, like NBA type legacy family.
In that family, right? Like the Curry family. Like, come
on. It broke my heart. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's too much. Yeah. You know what I forgot to upload?
What's that?
Was the video of the crate challenge. I'm sure everybody by now knows about the crate challenge.
Yeah,
we've
seen ERs are packed, you guys. They cannot take you right now. On your injuries for being stupid when we're battling a pandemic right now, people getting sick. The beds are full.
Someone that most of them don't have insurance. So there's going to be a bunch of GoFundMe's coming to your threads and your Facebooks, and everybody's sharing. I am not giving 1 cent to a GoFundMe that has injuries caused by crate challenges.
I already saw somebody break their leg off the crate challenge, and they had the video where his leg or ankle went like this, and they were like, "Don't move it." He was stuck. Like,
where did you got up? Like, who decided I'm going to take a bunch of milk crates and I'm going to pile them up into like this pyramid looking shape, and we're just gonna walk and see what happens?
But whoever thought to stand on the milk crates? Crates were for records in my day. They were for records. Mm-hmm. So even when we grew up in school, even in junior high school, middle school, you had the milk crates there. You grab your milk and you keep it pushing. Not one time in my mind did I ever think about what's it like to stand on a crate like that.
Like, did this start on TikTok? Did it start on I'm trying to figure out where it came from. Is this like the Generation Z people starting this thing? And but now you're seeing like rappers doing it, and I've seen some different hoopers doing it, and I've seen it's just gotten too much.
Shout out to Vic Benza. He made it.
Shout out to that girl in heels that did it.
Yes, she did that too. And the backstory on her is she's a cheerleader. She's a cheerleader.
Well, she got balance.
She was, her balance game was on, and she's light on her feet. She did that. Mm-hmm. She knew she went into it knowing she could do it.
And it took her less time than 5.
Yes, that's the cheerleading almost all optics of that. Because even if she didn't do it, she probably would have done a somersault off that thing and not have fallen, even if it was getting wobbly. It never got wobbly on her.
And then I know the Vegas Issues page that you hit me to, that we both follow, they posted one that it's gone to the East Vegas. So there was a whole crowd out in East Las Vegas that were doing it too.
Shout out to our Hispanic community out there, have entered the challenge.
Listen.
It's crazy. Nope. I mean, it just is. This August calendar's just got me so full of stuff.
Right. It's got to be like a collage. It's collage.
Such a collage of things. And the video we were going to upload was the sound effects of one where the guy was climbing them.
It was like Super Mario Brothers.
Yes. And when he fell, it was the same fall sound that they play on Super Mario Brothers. Why do you have to make them so high? Why can't they just do if you're going to stack it, maybe.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if I do have. I don't know.
Do you have it? Why can't they just stack it up to I don't know. I just, this thing is crazy to me. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I don't think I. No. Oh, here it is. Let me see.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here we go. Oops.
I got it too.
First of all, you look too old to be up on there. Game over. First of all, you look too doggone old to get up there in the first place. Secondly, I applaud them for at least having it on the lawn. But I've been seeing it on concrete and some crazy First of all, if you're going to do this, get as much as you guys are going behind the warehouse docks of Walmart to grab all the milk carts, grab some bubble wrap while you're at it.
Listen,
let's make a whole.
Wear 5 layers together. Wear 5 layers.
Yes. Have a splash pool. I mean, there's got to be something for me to fall into in order for me to do this thing. I'm not about to collapse on
I'm not doing it, period. Like, that's just, I don't care if I got to fall into something too. I could still be rolling the ankle, hurting my knee, breaking a hip. Like, all of the above. I'm already
if I can
not
fall on roller
with that.
skates, I know I'll fall off of a crate. And I don't care if it's the first step. My luck, it'd be the first step on that thing. I may fall through it. Some of these crates are looking wobbly. And then who's the setup technician on it? You know, who's the setup technician? And then I saw something.
Do you trust them? The people that are kicking
Oh, the kick. Now that was not right. Now that definitely would
like, don't piss me off more and then injure me because
you purposely are trying to cause harm. I definitely, that's not good. And then, not for nothing, I saw the poor little children. Some parents had their toddlers. Where are my CPS people when you need them? They had them doing the crate challenge. They had them doing it. Yes, they were stacked low, but they still.
They're gonna end up in the ER with a broken arm and have to, they're gonna CPS. So they call what happened. We fell off.
The beds are full. There are no room for any shenanigan patients right now. The beds.
Not to mention, I don't want to go to the hospital if I got hurt because I don't want to get it in the hospital because there's so much in the hospital happening already.
Right. The beds are full. Please cut it out for the sake of everyone. Please.
Oh my God.
I beg of you guys, don't do these crate challenges.
Please don't. And I hope I don't see any of my personal, like, it's one thing to see everybody reposting the same, but if I see a personal friend out there doing this, listen, you're going to get blasted on the show. We will literally put the video on the show.
Yes, I was about to say play the video too. That's how we go.
Yeah, exactly.
It's too much. It's too much.
So moving on a little bit. The Seattle Storm, because they had a game out on the East Coast, of course, got to go visit the White House. They got to go for their championship for 2020. So congratulations to them.
I see somebody got let out of the compound from Handmaid's Tale. See,
Quaker City
people escaped and made it.
Listen, so when I saw this, I would hit you because you're my style expert. So I'm like, okay, please tell me this is something major fashionista that I just don't understand, because I looked at Breanna Stewart and was like, what? Did she just come off a horse and carriage? Is she going to Little Prairie? What was that show called? Little House on the Prairie? Like, here's her outfit.
Yeah.
Not only does she have a shirt, a blouse, as well as a jacket, as well as a skirt, as well as pants.
I don't understand.
Now, we talked about the jacket. We like the back, and I think it's great. I don't know why there's a blouse, a full-on blouse with it. Maybe to be, I don't cover up for the White House. I'm not sure.
I mean, I don't mind the collared shirt because it accents the thing, but maybe take the skirt off and just have the pants. And I told you, it kind of puts me in the mind of Tom Brown, because this designer out there, Tom Brown, who also styled OBJ for the Met Gala one year. Where he wore that infamous kilt. I thought this was an inspired look from Tom Brown. Well, come to find out, it is Tom Brown, but it's just the pants.
Right.
Everything else is something
why
else.
All extra? Yeah.
And then the Pumas stand out because the stylist that styled her
was from Puma.
So she grabbed all these things and said, okay, wear this. I mean, I get the concept, but I don't get the aesthetic for her, especially for her height and stature. It's just not.
But going back to the group photo, we see how some of these girls dress on the pregame entrance, and I don't know why Breanna sat in the front row anyways, because technically you're taller, you should be in the back, but whatever. And then I don't even know most of these people look like staff around here, and then you've got like a few that look like players around here, but with masks on, you can't tell. And then I don't know. Just the whole entire fashion of that picture was
the whole style thing.
A little hard
even
to
on
watch.
The one on the end, it is hard to watch. They really did not set a good tone to go to.
Did you not know ahead of time that you couldn't get to the tailor? You couldn't just go to Nordstrom's and pick up an outfit off the rack that would have been 100 times better.
You could have gone to Nordstrom Rack. You could have gone to Ross. You could have gone to TJ Maxx. You could have gone to Burlington. You could have gone to Dillard's Clearance. You could have gone to all these places. You could have gone to Macy's. You could have found. You got to take the time to shop for yourself. And if you know you're going to the White House, I know that's like a stressful, probably kind of prepping type of experience, because you're going to meet the president and vice president and first lady and first husband and all that. But you're not, or second husband, but you're not going to, you don't come like you just got off the plane. Like, you don't dress like you just going up the street to go to the bank.
Hey, Quan.
Yes.
He's really on an extremely kick today. We've had
I love it
extremely.
Today,
yeah.
And I am Mona Sia to you, Quan. Mona Sia. Shout out to a name sports show for mispronouncing my name.
Mona Sia.
Mona Sia.
Mona Sia.
I get Mona
So
Sia.
maybe
Mona
next time
Sia.
you go to like, you know, maybe if you're back, if you go to like Spain, Europe, or Mexico,
yeah, I'll tell them I'm
Mona Sia. That'll be your alias from now on.
Yeah, that will. That'll give me a good pass on it. Yeah. Mona Sia. But yeah, I don't know what the outfit choices were. I mean, I already have questionable things and looks when they're walking through the tunnel, to your point, but this was just, it was too much. It just was a lot. It said picture words 1,000 words. Yeah. I have 1,005. It was a lot.
I had beyond 1,005.
Yeah.
I mean, first thing I thought was, well, before I go off the Richter, let me talk to Mo, because maybe I'm not understanding a few things here. And what you did show me the couple, like the Odell Beckham, but I was just like, this is just too much.
Yeah.
I can't.
That's because Sophia Maria is exotic.
Yes,
she's gonna, and she's
I wonder
Latina.
what my name
she
would
has
be.
An accent tongue to say.
Would it be Melissa?
Melissa, like how Jorge says
Melissa.
it.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't have that. Melissa. Yeah, they have that roll of their tongues. They can do that. It's perfect. Yeah.
Well, it's just how they pronounce it and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, like my Asian grandmother, she used to say Marissa. It was even on a card, MER, because they didn't pronounce L. Marissa.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was your banchan?
Yes, my bachan.
Nice.
Yeah. So Pacquiao loses in a big fight this weekend.
Yeah.
Well, I guess big fight. Here's the deal. I don't think I've seen like a full 12 rounds of anything, and I don't know how long. It was almost like, are we done yet? Are we finished?
How did he do? I didn't get a chance to watch it.
He did all right, but you could tell he wasn't winning. You know, he wasn't
going to win against Errol Spence either.
Yeah. So, you know, it was good to see him in the ring, but at the same time as there was some, you know, shout out to like Mike Dixon and Sportsnista that posted some post-fight discussion with him and interviews, and he kind of seems like he was kind of like maybe hinting towards retirement. He didn't announce retirement, but you know, he was kind of possibly hinting towards it, because you know, he also wants to run for president of the Philippines.
Oh,
I mean, he's got goals. He's got goals.
Okay, he got goals.
So exactly, he's got
shine goals.
I mean, hello,
yes.
Why not? Why wouldn't you want to do it?
Right.
What's up, Jose? Have a good show tonight.
Yes, have a great show. Yes.
Oh, man. But the other, so yeah, enough of Pacquiao. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Although it was cute because, you know, Beast Mode store here in Las Vegas that we had on last week, they actually had a Pacquiao shirt and kind of thing that they'd done with Manny Pacquiao and his emblem and stuff. So that was kind of cool to look at. Yeah, it was nice. I know you're a big NBA 2K fan. You'd be doing, you know, your gaming and stuff. Not as much as probably as during pandemic, but this was hilarious that you sent me.
Oh my God. I felt bad. I felt really bad for Evan Fournier. I really did.
But he said every year, bro.
Yes, they had him every year looking crazy on that game.
He
like whoever
like
the graphic
has a terrible barber.
They are so out of line for that. They are so out of line.
I mean, not even a single resemblance. Like, couldn't get a good shave. Gave him no eyelashes. He literally looks like he has a toupee on.
I mean, they've got him looking freakishly GTA thug. Like, he's one of the guys in the alley.
Pull out a gun on somebody.
Like, he just does not look NBA 2K on there. Everyone looks nice and clean. Like, oh,
that took me out. I literally
out
sat and laughed for I don't know how long.
You look bad.
Now I want to come over and watch NBA 2K just so I can see.
You have to,
because I'm just gonna start taking screenshots. Like that's
you know,
a whole other segment for the show.
My brother has the newer one, the latest version, and he's on there looking crazy. He is. I know. I have to go on there and look. Now it's making me want to tap in and look. But every season of T2K, they have this poor guy. For him.
I'm like, listen, before we get the new one out, let me have a sit down with your artist.
Like, and his rating is probably the worst.
Unacceptable.
Too. His rating is probably the worst on 2K too. He's probably not even in the 90s. Like, probably,
oh my god,
just because of the optics. Whoever the graphic visual designer is for that game, they're out of line. They're out of line.
What's up? Kente said Evan got to step up his game.
I mean, yeah, his rating is probably wrong. Like I said, his rating is probably not the best either. Like he's not rated on it.
I mean, dang, if that gives you inspiration to go hard in the season, I don't know what does. I guess.
Maybe the person doesn't like it. Maybe the person's not a fan. Maybe
he like slept with his sister or something.
I don't know. He's like, I'm giving it to Evan. Evan has done harm to me. I'm gonna make him look crazy every game. That's the level of petty I'm on.
Complete petty. It's ridiculous. Serena Williams announced that she's withdrawing from the U.S. Open, so that she was still healing from her hamstring issue, which is all well and good. Hopefully that works for her. You know, she's getting older. Like she's a veteran in this game now.
I hate to say it, but I think it's time.
I mean, at some point, because you can't, do we see her winning any more Grand Slams?
She's won the most.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
her accolades
go out on
ridiculous.
Top,
Come out on a top and just do you. And she's got a jewelry line.
Right.
She actually has a jewelry line. So, like,
or she can go like a J.R. Smith and just go back to school and get on the golf team.
To your favorite HBCU and play golf. Or tennis. Or teach tennis.
I mean, why not?
That would be awesome.
You got eligibility, shoot.
Yeah, enrollment would.
Because I don't think she went to. I don't think she was in college. She was straight into tennis. So
why not, man? Could you imagine the enrollment for that to see Serena? Oh, that'd be
intense.
It would. But shout out to J.R. Smith for doing that. That's pretty dope.
Yeah,
North Carolina A&T, you guys got a good one.
That's down. That's dope. I mean, listen, if I could go back and play something, which I know I can't, but it would be cool to do.
I can't even put one foot on a crate, let alone go and play something.
I'm not getting past the step 2. Like, that's it.
I'm not even going past step 1. They stack them too high. Make them 3 feet. Maybe we could talk.
Well, did you see like they were giving crap to Blueface, the rapper, because his crates weren't square. They looked like they were rectangulars and they were huge. And it was like, bro, you couldn't even make it across these crates, and they're not even like regulation crates. They were like so bad.
Where are they getting these crates from, you guys? They're 99 cents a crate, and then Amazon's selling a pack of them for like 20.
Are they really
20 per 5 or something crazy? Somebody's posted. I don't know if it's true or if it's a meme, but yeah,
I can't.
Yeah.
All right, so I gave you a week because I had already watched it.
Yes.
Malice in the Palace.
Malice at the Palace. Yes.
You finally check it out.
I did check it out. Let's get into it. Okay. There's so much to unpack with that whole thing.
So this obvious, I mean, if you're Generation Z, you probably don't remember this, but myself and you, we do remember this. This was back in November of 2004. Mm-hmm. This was also when I kind of stopped watching basketball a little bit, but I do remember this. I mean, it was all over the news. It was like the biggest sports news ever. Yeah. And it was with the Indiana Pacers and Detroit Pistons, who had a huge battle the year before. In the playoffs and playoffs.
Yeah. Because Indiana went on to the finals. Yeah.
But mostly what I remember from it was, of course, Ron Artest swinging on a fan. And, you kind of think saw like some of the confusion, all the fans going crazy. But this really gave you the backstory. On Malice in the Palace.
Right.
You saw like the real ugliness of media back then. I mean, here's still 2004, no social media. There's no Twitter. There's no I mean, not really. There's nothing that you're like, actively watching to catch up on the backstories of news. We hear about different sports news, all from people in the media, people that are covering it, which is a lot more diverse now than it was then. Mm-hmm. And especially when your news mainly just came from watching the news, watching the, evening news and morning news. It was pretty ridiculous to see how they played this.
And there was no social media to get vantage points. When incidents occur now at games, you have different vantage points from people's cell phones being out. This gave you all of that with the camera in the documentary.
Exactly.
And like I said, it's a lot to unpack on it because, like you said, there's a media bias, a buzzword of thuggery that was spewed through that, calling them thugs. That was one of those trigger words.
And the
that
scrutiny they put those players. Here's this Indiana team could have possibly won to the championship and won. This could have been Indiana's championship.
Yeah.
This could have been Reggie Miller's championship before retiring. And what happened? Ron Artest got suspended for the rest of the season. You had O'Neal got suspended. I can't remember how many.
O'Neal.
There was literally 9 players and like over 145 games of suspension dealt to all these players.
But Jermaine O'Neal got the worst end of that. Steve Jackson ended up going on to a team and winning a championship the following year.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. Or no, Ron Artest did.
Yeah.
Going to the Lakers. When he was finally off of his suspension, he actually went to a Lakers team and won a championship. Steven Jackson was able to go on to another team. But Jermaine O'Neal, no, nothing for him.
I found it funny when I was watching though to see Jermaine O'Neal, like he was like overly polished, like he was now trying to represent that and I get you what got you guys had it bad and it probably affected him pretty terribly, but the way that he was coming off the interview was like he was better than all this. Like he was,
and the thing of it is he deserved a chance, and I don't think he ever got that chance, especially when everybody went on to have a future success. You know, he got the short end of the stick on it, and they both won titles. I know they left and both won championships. Jermaine O'Neal didn't even get a ring out of this, and we don't know what the future would have held for Jermaine O'Neal, and I just think that was a little slight. On top of that, too, unpack the mental warnings of Ron Artest and who he was and how that wasn't properly handled in the league nor on the team. You have to understand now players are checking in with their mentals and declining to compete and do all kinds of things because mental illness is real. Ron Artest gave you guys fair warning on the patterns, even if he had a psychologist there. He said him laying on that sports table was him doing his countdown breathing exercises.
Right.
Had you known that man with his mental issues and needed that, you would have known that's the thing. Not to mention, no fan in their right mind should come on the court and try to square up a Ron Artest when he's already
done.
You asked
not even coming on the court, period.
You asked for that.
Or throwing the chair out. They were pulling, literally trying to shake those chairs loose and tossed one at them.
Listen.
I had never realized, just how really bad that was. And then not to mention, we saw the backstory of how this was prior to really any security at games. Yeah. They had 2 cops there. Yeah. 2 cops for an entire arena in Detroit, mind you. And with this heavy of, a battle between Indiana and Pistons and the whatever they have between them for so many years. I mean, rivalry. It was just like, I cannot believe they had 2 officers and maybe, a few of the man labor security people that weren't doing nothing, They're not stopping these guys coming at full force.
And whoever threw the bottle at Artest, he went into the stands after was the wrong person. And that coward never owned up to being the one who threw the bottle until after it was all said and done. Then he wants to say, oh, I was the one that did it. But he let his friend take the fall on that. Like I hate to say it, these fans ain't nothing. They really aren't worth a darn. I'm sorry. The ones in the lower section, the entitled ones, the ones they feel like they paid all this money for and they can get away to do whatever they want. No, you can't. That's like coming onto your job and throwing a bottle at you and walking away. Yeah, I just decided to show up at your cubicle and throw a bottle at you. And now I'm going to shake your chair up and I'm going to harass you. You don't know me, but I talked to you on the phone and I'm a fan. And toss a chair at you. I'm just going to come to your little cubicle and do that same thing to you. So,
it was so bad.
Like I said, it was a lot. It was a lot.
And the fact that they interviewed those fans that did this and they really had no remorse. They didn't care. They were just like,
yeah.
Because we got money or we had money or whatever the case may be. Yeah. Wow. It was just, that was just a lot. And then, like Ron Artest was like the second coming of Dennis Rodman. Like he was at the Sorcerer Awards, handing out awards when he should have been at practice.
But people were wondering where he's at. And he tried to tell them, I needed a break. You guys didn't give it to me. I have to lie and say somebody died for me to get away and get my mental break. And that's what I'm saying. Now players are coming forward, taking these mental breaks. They're saying, look, something's wrong. I can't do this. He tried to do that. And y'all didn't.
But the Source Awards was probably not the place to be having your mental break.
No, it wasn't. But it was an outlet from not being in the arena. You don't know what his anxieties were. You don't know what he was feeling as far as having to show up for games and the pressure of all that. This was like a release. It's like taking a vacation, basically.
Well, some people really don't realize just how, I mean, if you grew up in this, Generation Z or even millennials, and you were raised into social media, you were raised with the power of cell phones and video phones and everything, you don't realize just how much of a difference that's played in how the news is reported, how we consume news, how we consume any rumors or topics or anything, how we share. It was a whole different ball game back then, and even prior to 2004. It's just, So yeah, it was definitely. I would definitely recommend watching it to anybody.
It was great.
It was really well put together. I thought it was great. I think just the full disclosure,
he gave
transparency.
Warnings. Yeah. He gave signs. No one wanted to listen to the signs. It was a greedy, like I said, it's just a lot to unpack. You look at the greed of the league, the greed of the organization, the franchise of wanting these players to play for the money, regardless of their health and their mentals and stuff. It was just all of that. It was a lot. And it's like I understood to a certain degree. I see where this is going. Because now we're in a climate now where we're seeing when people have these mental breakdowns and these things, and we see the signs. We didn't see the signs then. We're just okay, this guy's crazy. Yeah. But no, it's not about him being crazy. He's telling you, I know I'm crazy. This is why I need X, Y, and Z to happen.
Which, in today's world would have probably been fine. We would have understood it. He would have taken time out, been good.
But even the teammates didn't understand. Jermaine O'Neal had the animosity of him, not being understanding. It was none of it was explained to the teammates.
I've never been an O'Neal fan.
The coach, all of that. It just never was explained. It never was laid out there that this guy is kind of precious cargo to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Don't trigger him.
Precious
Don't rock
cargo.
his boat. Yeah. But it was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Did you catch up on Hard Knocks?
I did. I did. And I feel like the star of the show was Aiden Diggs. This whole thing was about Aiden.
Yeah. Before we start, I know some people might have seen it, but this beginning was basically, I also felt like the underlying point was how much money Jerry Jones got.
Oh, first of all, that was crazy.
Hang on. Let me just show the viewers here.
Yes.
Playing preseason. I'm interested in him playing in the regular season.
Nice and easy hold. Marcus, you're doing amazing. Go ahead and right here. Cross that leg over. Right here, let's go ahead and start kind of slowly coming half a gotcha.
3, 2, 1. Danny Surratt here at the Star, where right now it's quiet inside the Ford Center. However, soon it'll be filled with the sound of football.
There's nothing like it in all of American sport. It's Texas-sized audacious. A 91-acre campus with everything from a 12,000-seat indoor stadium where the Cowboys practice and local high schools play, to a boutique shopping center and luxury hotel.
Catch that again. 91 acres. Property.
Can you imagine being Jerry Jones and having to walk that during construction with every foreman and project manager to make sure everything is to where it needs to be? Not to mention you didn't see the theater room and the other back of the house things. Jerry World is
like walking. It's like literally all of downtown Summerlin with the Red Rock, with the Las Vegas ice rink and the ballpark.
It's the entire Jerry World.
Here's my question. Why are they even leaving that to go practice in whatever it was, inland California in some community grass area of a housing complex?
I have no idea.
I mean, that's where they should have started with with episode 1 was right there.
Yeah, that should have been the intro. Jerry World, I mean, it's clearly what it is. It's Jerry World. People say that, and it's like,
and then him with the helicopters all over, from the training facility to the stadium.
That's what you do. I mean, that's what you do when you got that money, man. You get on your helicopter, and then you got to turn around and go pick up your vice president. He missed the ride. You got to turn around and go get him. That and hey, I already told you. When you have those kind of means, that it does look amazing. Shout out to Rashad. It does look amazing. Shout out to my brother, Brian, and his wife, Stephanie, who toured the Cowboy Stadium, and they showed me pictures. And it's amazing. The tour.
Have they toured the training facility or the stadium?
They just did the stadium, but they haven't done the
training I've been to the stadium, which is great. But there was a 12,000 seat stadium just in the training facility, let alone the entire stadium elsewhere.
Yes, it's crazy. He has an insane amount of money.
The luxury hotel. Yeah. I mean,
why didn't Kanye stay there?
Maybe that's where he's at now.
Door. No, he's not there.
He could be.
He's going to Chicago now. He's going somewhere else.
But yes. So they were talking about Trayvon Diggs, who is the younger brother for Stephon Diggs, and his son is Aiden, who is adorable.
Super adorable.
Trayvon's mom was like, hey, who do you want to see today? And he was like, or she was like, what jersey did you bring? He was like, number 4. And he was like, she said, well, what jersey is that? Who's that? He goes, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
I want to see Patrick Mahomes. She's like, no, number 4. Who do you want to see? Remember Dak?
Yeah, they had to tell it for him, but he was speaking his truth. He wants to see Patty Mahomes.
I mean, I believe
he wants to see Patrick Mahomes. He says, "Oh, I just messed up. I'm sorry." Like he was trying to make
too much going on.
I got too much going on in my mind. He meant what he said. When he said it, I said the kid meant what he said. He wants to be Patty Mahomes. He wants to be Patrick.
I would too.
I would too.
I mean, but then of course you see him in the stands. Knowing how big Dallas Stadium is, and I can only imagine where exactly their seats are. But he's yelling, "Trayvon! Trey, how come? Can he hear me, Mom? It's asking Grandma to yell for him, and it's just like
it's cute.
It's so cute.
It's cute.
It was so cute.
Yeah, it's cute. And then asking the person next to him, Trayvon?
That's my daddy.
Yeah.
Some other highlights I thought were the running back Hardy, who has contact issues, that contacts will be falling out during the game.
And I felt his pain. And I brought one of my contacts just to show everybody in the audience out there that it is not easy to put contacts in. And I got to pick my new package.
That's a struggle.
Up. It is a struggle because every time I'm playing with this thing and I'm trying to get it where I need to get it and to stick it in my eye, I don't even know I could do it. Let's see if I can do it on camera. I'm gonna do it.
He couldn't do it,
and it fell out. He couldn't do it.
And he was in the mirror. Yeah.
And he was in the mirror. Wait, I think mine.
And he's like doing all this and that, and he even has glasses he wears on top to protect.
Yeah,
it's just
the goggles.
And he mentioned his sight, and I was like, "Ooh, wow, yeah, you can see." So one pop of that.
Think about those kind of factors, especially if you get hit that hard. I've never heard of a contact falling out that way. My contact has fallen out before when my eyes get too watery. That's a dangerous thing. You can't cry too hard in contacts because they will start sliding out. But
really, I didn't know that either. I've never had it. Knock on wood, no eye issues here yet.
Thank God for your sight. But mine's in. I feel it. I popped it in.
Okay, it out. Good.
Oh, I could take it out.
So he had a whole contact issue. He got hit on the field. One popped out. He was trying to play like this,
Right.
And coach was like, if it ever happens again, you need to come out. You can't play. And he's like, I'm not gonna lose these contacts. You never think about how much those kind of contacts are seeing affects players. Like you don't hear too many people complaining as NFL, NBA. Baseball probably is not that bad, but to having to wear contacts and function, I mean, at some point, I think is LASIK just the option for most, so they don't got to deal with that problem, and hopefully it resolves all the issues they had. I don't know.
I mean, I contemplated the LASIK thing. A lot of people have no regrets on it, but people always say your sight can always flip that way too. Like it's not permanent with the LASIK. You may have to go back again. So it's kind of like I just live with contact, but I'm not in a contact sport. No pun intended. Where you have to go through all of that.
Or could you imagine like hockey players or something? Like I don't know.
I'm sure there's a lot of athletes out there wearing contact, but even the goggles is kind of problematic because you've got lenses in those. And is there something to guard you on the goggles? Like you could have something slip and hit your side of your. I don't know. That's a problem. It's an issue. I wish him the best on that because I don't know how you can. I don't know. I don't have a solution. I really don't have a solution.
And so we also heard about, Dak Prescott not playing for the preseason out of a caution, nothing to be worried about. But then, of course, this was recorded and probably edited prior to, the weekend and the week, or probably after the game, because they did post the game in the show. Mm-hmm. But there had been some rumors this week that maybe the requirement of an MRI and whatever's happening in his shoulder is going to be a little bit harder for him. Maybe he's not playing right beginning of the season. Maybe it's going to take a little bit. Oh, shut up, Mom. Hey, Uncle Bill. My mom's over waiting for him now. That's nice. Cute. Hey, tuned in from Seattle.
I love it.
They probably don't watch Hard Knocks. So they're probably like,
I suggest everybody tune into Hard Knocks. I don't want to get too deep into it. It's a great show. Love the Spades tournament with the
fourth generation mailroom man.
Yeah, mailroom supervisor.
Operations guy. Yeah. Like his great grandfather worked for the Cowboy. His grandfather, his father. I mean, that's just that's pretty dope.
That's that, because I was thinking, I was like, I missed that part of how he got his job. And I was like, how did he get that? Because that honestly would be a dream job. Like, regardless of the pay or anything like that, that is a dream type job. You're checking them in when they come in for practice. Yeah. You're having this relationship and bond with them, like on another level. Like it's cool.
And you're also working at Jerry's World, which is 92 acres.
Yeah, Jerry's World, man. That doggone Jerry Jones. And he looks great. I mean, I guess if I was a billionaire, I'd be looking great too.
Yeah.
I'd be flying in on a helicopter. Who's driving? I get it. I got that whole thing. When he was on that helicopter, I understood. I knew what we were doing.
Oh my gosh. So make sure you check out Hard Knocks. It's every Tuesday. I don't even know the time because I end up watching it later on in the night, if not Wednesday morning.
Tuesday at 8 or 9 on HBO.
Yeah, something like that. But I know it's always on HBO Max. They always come on earlier on the app if you watch it there. But yeah, so there goes Mo again. Our hour must be up. We'll wait for Mo to come back on because we want to talk about some news that's coming. We want to talk, of course, about some NFL news that's gone by. I could talk about my Seahawks since we're all here. We had an on-again, off-again relationship with tight end Luke Wilson, who has been playing for a few different teams off and on through Seattle. We signed Luke Wilson. Hi, welcome back.
Yes, welcome back to the show. Welcome back, everybody.
I was talking about, Luke Wilson, our tight end. We used to love the Wilson to Wilson connection on our Seahawks. So Wilson came back to Seattle got re-signed and one day later announced his retirement. He's been having health issues over the summer and kind of realized it's my time. But I think that was nice of the Seahawks to be able to get him back in and so he could retire as a 12. So I appreciate that. The Seahawks.
Huh? Go ahead. Yeah.
The Seahawks also news announced that they're going to be inducting Matt Hasselbeck and Mike Holmgren to the Ring of Honor for the team in 2021. So I'm excited for that. The only issue that I had is that one of my favorites, he's a Husky. We call him BBK. It's Ben Burkirk, and he plays linebacker. He used to play for Washington. Was a great success for Washington Huskies. He'd been with the Seahawks. I think this was his third season. I believe so. If not second, but definitely third. But he ended up tearing his ACL on Saturday's game, literally before time even started. Like they had the kickoff, and he tore his ACL.
Darn it!
Time hadn't even started, so he's out for the season, which just sucks. And of course, we had the blowout of 30-3 score.
That sucks. You hate to see it. You really do.
And especially him is so young and hometown guy. It's just.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
Plus, it's a secondary linebacker who does great. Who we've had issues with injuries, and to lose your great backup like that. He's been practicing with the starters and the first team guys throughout preseason so far, and it's just dang.
Yeah, and the second tragedy of the day is the Jaguars announced that Trevor Lawrence will be starting quarterback.
Didn't we know that though?
Yeah, we did, but that's still a tragedy for them. I mean, I don't expect much from them this season. I feel bad.
I don't either. They lost their rookie. They lost their running back too. He could be out for the whole season too. I don't know. There's a lot of running backs that are going down before even during preseason. So
and it's a short.
I got my fantasy football shirt on because I am a 2-time champ back to back in my guys league.
Yeah, when are you guys drafting?
We still need to draft. I had a group. Listen, we just need to get draft started because it has to be done before I think Labor Day or by Labor Day week. Because I think with the first games like on the 9th. Or something like that.
I have a draft that I've already done with the Nordy Club. Shout out to them. Yes. And then I also have another guys draft that you jumped out of, but I'm in. And we're actually drafting on a Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah. We're drafting on a Sunday at 2 o'clock. And he comes in the store yesterday. And he's like, we're drafting on Saturday. I said, Pete, no, you said Sunday. No, we're drafting on Saturday. No, it's Sunday at 2:00 because I'm telling you that it's in the middle of the afternoon on a Sunday. And he's like, oh, it is Sunday. Dude, you're the commissioner of this draft. I get first pick this year, which is kind of great. So I'm kind of toying of what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to do.
So you don't do an odd. So you don't pick. The computer's not picking your draft order.
Well, if I decide I don't want to pick, it'll auto draft me because it's on Yahoo.
No. I meant your position, because usually we find out our position on picking like 30 minutes into draft.
No. Yeah, he already told me I'm first pick. He's like, I'm first pick, but then I go 19 after that. And then
that's a tough. 20. First pick is real tough.
And then I think I know what I'm gonna do.
I mean, it's tough because you gotta wait for 20. You gotta wait for that next big round to come back for that second pick.
But then when I go 19, I'm back at 21, so I'm then two picks behind.
There's always,
and then it goes. There's a little advantage to that.
But it's that first to second round that's kind of like.
And this time I was for Nordy Club, the third pick in, which was good because then I was like fifth right after that, and then it snaked the way it needed.
Well, then it also depends on the size of your league. Like if you got a 10-player league, that's that. But I mean, our girls' league's now going to be probably 12. My other guys' league is 12. That's a full like 24. That's a long.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's going to make it tough. That's going to make it really tough. And I think even with Pete's, it's 12. So that's going to make it really hard for me.
And I haven't been watching a lot of preseason. I've gotten some updates. I actually went and did a little research. So I've got some stuff I've gotten some, articles and some things to highlight and go over because I need to study a little bit. I haven't studied at all. I always tell myself every year I'm going to get ahead of the game and do a little research and learn a little bit more.
I do that every year and I still don't get my picks. And then it's like I have to have a plan B, C, and D. And then you don't know.
Well, yeah, you got to. You got to.
You
can't think you're going to go into it getting the picks you want. You can't.
Yeah. Well, I know with me off the gate, I can get a primetime quarterback. I can go first quarterback pick, and then the second
or you can get a nice running back or wide receiver. I mean, here's the deal: running backs are going to probably be a hot commodity like they were last year because
they always are. They always are.
Quarterback, it's like you could get the one tier, but it's like the one or two. But what are you giving up? Because in reality, top 5 to 8 quarterbacks, they're going to get around the same amount of points. But, top 5 to 8 running backs are not going to get the same amount of points.
They're not.
Or touches or,
My conundrum is either I go Pat Mahomes or I go Stephon Diggs. And I feel like on my first pick, I need to pick Stephon. Or I need to look at Stephon's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, here's the first pick, Pat Mahomes, but then, if you do, of course, if you listen to all the fantasy football gurus out there, it's never pick a quarterback in the first round.
Yeah,
you always want to pick a running back or an elite wide receiver who's going to have a great season.
Right.
So,
but even when I go late rounds, I don't know. I could auto draft, and even with auto draft, you come up really good.
But I'm making laws that if you go through auto draft, you're going to have to accept the first 2 or 3 trades that you are given, because I can't. It's like a pet peeve, auto draft people. It's one thing like if you're on a vacation and you tell me ahead of time, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it. Okay, I get it. You're going to be on auto draft.
My tailor at the store, shout out Karen, forgot about our draft this past Monday. And she's like, oh my God, I was with my baby and I totally forgot. She auto drafted the whole thing, and her squad
has a
ridiculous.
Great lineup. Yeah,
has a terrific lineup. I'm just like, you know what? It must be nice because I was wondering who got Christian McCaffrey and freaking Nick Chubb. I was wondering who was grabbing those people. She got it on auto.
But Christian McCaffrey didn't have a great season fantasy football wise last year.
No, he didn't. But they're trying to say he's going to have a breakout year this year. I don't know.
The Panthers,
talking about breakout.
He needs to get on a different team if he wants to have that. I mean, you can't do much for the Panthers anymore. There's no Cam. There's nobody helping you really. There's not a whole lot going on with Carolina.
I did get one of your Seahawks though.
Who you get?
I got Chris Carson.
DK. Oh, Carson?
No, I got Chris Carson.
That's going to be good.
I drafted him.
I believe he's been working out so hard that he is in great shape. And I don't think, God willing, there'll be no injuries for a running back.
Yes, that's my only thing.
Speaking of the Panthers, so they did sign Robbie Anderson to an extension, got paid $29 million.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
It's impressive
for that. Broncos announced that Teddy Bridgewater will be starting.
Yes.
Here's the deal that I've noticed. Well, I mean, not that I've noticed, but most of the preseason that I've watched, there's been a majority of starters that are playing for at least a few minutes or, a couple series or whatever. the Seahawks haven't played no starters, and clearly that's a reason for a terrible performance.
The Raiders haven't either. We won both of our 2 preseasons so far.
You guys had a few on in the first beginning of our game. I'm not saying you guys were fine with that, but my thing is that hopefully, I know that Seahawks have been bringing in some people to look at. There was a defensive tackle, I think, from the Bengals that we were looking at. Hopefully, there's some more changes happening because
I know we acquired some players.
If we have any injuries on that first starting bench, I mean.
You guys are capped out. That's your problem. You paid this quarterback too much doggone money. You cannot you can't buy talent. You cannot buy talent.
Here's the deal. Russell should have been like, let's restructure my contract.
Like
That's what he should have been
everybody
saying.
else did. He did not. And I can't blame him for that. I don't blame him. It's not his fault that they wanted to throw him the bag. It's your organization. That's Pete Carroll and all them. That's them goofies up there doing that to you guys. They should never have done that. I don't blame him for saying keeping his money.
I would have been fine with a nice draft pick,
But they didn't do that.
Justin Fields would have been a good for us. We could have had a good pick.
Your organization, they messed up.
It's this time. It's like now or never. Like this has to be it. We signed Jamal. Hopefully, we have a full season with Jamal healthy, which will be amazing. So I'm all for it. But you guys got a new guy today too.
Yes, we did. We sure did. I think he came from Carolina too. If I'm not mistaken.
Linebacker, Perryman.
Linebacker, yep. Mm-hmm. And we had our press conference today, Gruden. Derek Carr spoke very well of what the line is looking like. And he has basically been telling his players that if he's there 2 hours early, then they need to be there 2 hours early. And if he notices them strolling late, he's pretty much calling them out. And he says it actually has been working because it's like a domino effect. He's like, if I reach one, I'm reaching all of them. And so now it's like we are all together coming in on time. They beat the Rams for preseason in LA. They go on to San Francisco for the last one for the year.
Was there a lot of Raider fans there like we had thought?
Of course there were. Okay.
I didn't catch the game.
That's the thing. That's why I knew the Vegas one wasn't going to be as hot as the LA one. There's no sense in LA people coming to Vegas if they know they're coming next week.
Right. Unless they're here or they're here.
Unless they're here already, Yeah. But that's Raiders territory. And that's another reason probably why the Raiders couldn't go back to LA, because they knew the Rams would not be they'd be kind of insignificant like they were those years when we were there. They ended up winning that.
I'm looking forward to going to SoFi though. I've got friends sometimes be like, listen, if you got those Seahawk LA game tickets available, let me know, because I think that's
to everybody
just seeing that stadium is beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing. And shout out to the cheap season tickets for Chargers. You could buy them for an easy $300 at one point, and I should have jumped on it because you might as well have just gone.
You could have saw your team twice a year, and probably for cheaper for that the whole season ticket than it was to buy for one ticket here.
Oh yeah, one seat here is like 500 minimum or 800, especially that Baltimore Ravens game on our season opener. Holy snikes, that thing's gonna be popping. Yeah.
Well, and speaking of the Raiders, this Friday, our Las Vegas Light soccer team, they're having their Raiders night with the commemorative silver and black jerseys, which are still available. I think it's like $99.
$99, yeah. Tickets
to get the jersey and tickets, and you can still get like the family 4-pack for $44 with pizza or something like that. It's a good look, and it's a Friday night, so it's not on Saturday; it's Friday night. Should be a good time. I think that's great. They also had a pets on the berm or pets on the grass or whatever last Saturday that you could bring dogs to the Lights game. But always a good time Lights games. I know
the Lights games are so electric. They go hard.
I will say this though, I didn't get the picture up in time of the. Here's the deal. Those Vegas Golden night Las Vegas Lights jerseys were phenomenal. Those were awesome.
That we didn't get.
Yeah.
I want Jose, please. Like, seriously, if you're going to that Lights game this year, Raiders night, just look out for your girl. I really would love the jersey. If he's not on here, I'll just text him and be like, I really want that. They don't look spectacular.
Well, I think his show's probably started now or on his way, but they looked all right, but I didn't like that it says like one of the sponsors.
Yeah, it says some sponsor on it. Yeah.
Like you should be having like, Las Vegas. At least put Las Vegas there now. Oh, shoot. Mr. B. Sal has entered the show. We appreciate you, B.
Sal, what up?
Hopefully the news was good tonight.
Yeah. Shout out to them, because I think it was Jesse who had gone to the LA trip and went to SoFi and stuff. He had great footage.
Great coverage.
And
Brian had our new IFL team, the football team out in Henderson.
Did they name the team yet?
It was the Blackhawks.
By Chicago?
No, Brian, if you're there, It was
Brian, what's the name? What's the name? I need a name.
It had like Black Knights. No.
No.
Shoot.
I need a knight.
It had knights in it again because of course everything is knights.
Right.
Silver knights, golden knights.
The Nighthawks.
The Nighthawks. See, I just needed to combine. I had to combine
the
Nighthawks.
Yeah.
The
Nighthawks. You should have known that with the word associated. Seahawks, Nighthawks.
I mean, all I knew is it was hot. It was like night or something. It was color. I don't know. We know how Vegas. So everything has something to do with a night in Las Vegas now. I mean, I don't even know what they're going to do if there's a basketball team, what they're going to call them. So
basketball team, baseball team. It's like a whole bunch of stuff, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, that was dope. Yeah. It was cool to see. Natalie had hit me and was like, season tickets, you can put a deposit down for like $20. And I was like, sounds good. But me commuting to Henderson X amount of days once a week is like, and we're not just talking like Silverado Ranch Henderson. We're talking like, Water Street.
Oh yeah. Where what is it? The city building or something? The city of Henderson building is? Yeah, I'm good. That's heading to Lake Las Vegas. Yeah, I'm good.
Right before like College Drive or whatever. What's that, Miss Bollandy? Yeah, Nighthawks.
She had a great show too.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, Nighthawks is what they're called. They should have called them Silverhawks, like that cartoon. They used to go off. Silverhawks was like one of the dopest cartoons ever out there.
I don't remember Oh wait, yeah, I think I do.
Yeah.
Long time ago. This was like comic strip type time.
Yeah, it was like
remember the Saturday
like
night or Saturday
day animation as Thundercats, and then the Silverhawks. They were it's the dopest thing.
I love Thundercats. Shitara, that was my girl. That was my girl. But let's get into a little bit of sneaker drops, and then we'll finish it off with a girl power, which I have a special girl power, so I'm excited for that. But we've got some sneaker drops. First, I wanted to discuss, you had brought this to my attention, which I was not aware. Another former Husky out there, Mr. Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
Made a post. I wish it was this easy for us.
Must be nice to be a celebrity.
I'll pay retail with the signed jersey or shoes for somebody who can plug me with 11.5. Look what he got.
That jersey.
Now I don't know if I would have picked the Lakers Thomas jersey, of course, but maybe this guy's
the kid
Lakers
could have been
fan.
in LA. I think it was an LA sneaker store. I think it was a Sneaker Source.
Oh,
they're out of LA. Yeah, it's from the sneaker store. So these guys already sell. They're like our urban necessity. So they already got the shoes. You know what I mean? That was an easy. That was not a problem for them. So Sneaker Source. The jersey looks really tiny though. I hate to say it. I know he's a shorty, but it almost looked like a children's jersey. I'm sorry. I don't know if you put like if that's his size. Okay.
Yes. What's up, Stevie? Welcome to the show.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
I like the fragments too.
Hey, our guy Bex is here.
Hey, what's up, Bex?
Welcome back, Bex. He's going to be starting his show again soon, so look forward to seeing that. That's going to be dope.
Yeah, the fragment Travis Scotts are cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. They were good. What else do we got here? I've got the Jordan 4s.
Yeah, where the wild things are.
Now I saw these and was like, yes, I like these. But then I saw the fur and I was like, yeah, this looks like this is kind of uggish to me.
I'm all for all of it because we're going into fall season. You're seeing fall colorways.
Keep the feet warm.
They are going now with more of the kind of shearling, or it's not even real shearling, but we're going with that kind of fur thing.
Sheepskinish looking. Yeah.
So the Jordan Low, they have a Jordan Low coming out that's lined in like the Ugg
Do they?
shearling. Yes, I meant to send you.
Like I said, I like them. I don't know, depending on the price, if that's going to be my top cop. Like I'm not dying to get that as my draw.
I'm guessing the $250 range. But I get it because the resale.
Like I'm sure they're gonna resell crazy.
Yeah, resale be insane. I would definitely cop
because them Travis Scotts are still like at the 3,300.
Of course they are. Of course they are. Just like the Mamba Pronto Grinches that they restocked that I wanted and couldn't even get my hands on. And then my cousin tells me he has a pair. He says, "Oh, I haven't worn them yet." Oh, I guess not. You don't want to be mugged in LA. With those joints on.
Diana Taurasi teams up with LeBron's 18s and they have a GOAT Vision coming out the 27th.
Okay.
Shout out to Diana Taurasi for getting that done. I'm not a LeBron sneaker fan, so
I'm gonna get one pair of LeBrons. I just gotta find
at least it has like the orange for like the WNBA on there. So that's pretty cool.
I do like that. Yeah. I like the bubble sole. Looks like it's got two soles kind of stacked on top.
Kind of like some different material on there, so that's cool. I appreciate
the
those.
netting.
Yeah. Yeezy's got his new light 350 V2.
Those are the worst shoes ever. I swear to God.
I think they're
don't.
But you know, every
ever.
guy that has legging jeans wears these. If you wear leggings jeans, which we all know because you can see your every calf muscle and vein.
And do you notice how the yellows? Do you notice how that sole of that Yeezy gets trashed?
Super yellow.
I've seen it turn a certain yellowish color. It's not appealing. I've seen the netting get worn out in them. I've seen toes busting through. Right. I'm just not a fan of the shoe, the style. If you don't have the Red Octobers, I tell people it's just game over.
Yeah.
You know, let these Tito's buy that kind of stuff because they don't know about the Red Octobers.
Let these Tito buy.
You get the Holy Grail shoe. You don't need those. You didn't get the Holy Grail shoe. You don't need.
I don't own Yeezys. I don't think I'll ever.
I don't know, not one pair of them. I remember I went in for a Jordan release at a store and they were like, "We got the Yeezys." I was like, "I don't want those. I'm coming in for Jordans." You still have them available.
You don't like the Yeezys, huh?
No, Bex. I'm not sipping the Yeezy.
I think it's more of a guy shoe. I think guys like it more than females.
With it, and it's fly. It's cool, but it's an upgrade. It's all it is
it's just a status.
Illustrious Ultra Boost. That's what it is. Now I will say I do like, and I might the neon green slides that he's coming out with. Those are fire. I might cop those. I might go on those. But to me, no. Now, when you got Jeremy Scotts out there, and Rick Owens, and Raph Simmons, and all the other Adidas characters out there with fly shoes, I don't need the Yeezys. I just don't.
Yo, Bex, where can we camp out for shoes these days? Because we were having this conversation before. We can't beat bots anymore. But of course, there's nowhere. There's no
camp outs. Everything's a raffle. There's no camp out.
Look, I got a 10. What do you need? I'm good. Let's go. I'm camping.
The only thing you can camp out for is a game system, and that's hard to even come by. They're only camping out for PS5s and Xboxes. That's the only camp outs I know of. And when they and not to mention the PS5s, they're still a hot commodity because the factories shut down and all that. You can't get a PS5 for nothing. You're still going to pay $1,000 on the ticket for those. So when those release again, hopefully, you can camp out, but you're not camping out for no sneaker. It's all raffle. It's all these crazy bots. It sucks. And yes, the Holy Grail sneakers, Bex. Yeah, they are the best. If it's not the Louis Vuitton Dons, it's the Red Octobers, and that's it. There's no other shoe than that. When he was with Nike, it was fire. Yeah. When he did the Louis Vuitton Dons, it was fire. Those are the shoes you keep. You don't Yeezys, whatever. I do like the slides though. I will go into that. That's it. Those neon green slides are it.
Well, I love neon. You know me in the neon green.
But they're like the neon green for Seahawks. Seahawks
for sure.
They're just
but
like
so
that.
I mean, my slides, I want to be able to wear them to the beach and kick it crazy in them at the pool. I'm not trying to spend X amount of dollars on some slides.
I mean, those are a lower price point, so you could be good on those. They're not too exorbitant. You're not paying over $200 for them. You're right.
Don't camp out during COVID. Well, it's outdoors. That's one thing. You can't.
How did I save myself with it? Oh, about the Yeezys are Ultra Boost. Yeah, Nikes was legendary.
All right, last sneaker I got, the Jordan 6 is the Bordeaux.
Yeah, they're coming back
out on the 4th. Not bad. I already got. I mean, I'm not a six fan. I already got a pair of 6, so I don't really need another one. So, but you know,
I'm not a big 6
if that's
person.
Your jam. They're coming out.
Yeah, the Jeremy Scotts released today too. Those ones
they did
with the money and the wings. No one
did the right
got
them for your birthday.
No one got them for my birthday that I know of. No one did the right thing for me on that. I posted it asking. I don't think anybody knew the release date for real. So
I remember I saw it, but I don't know.
Yeah, no one put their funds together to try and get those for me, but that's okay.
We're meant to be invited to the next Donda show. No one who wants. What's at the show?
I'm not going. I don't want to go. How about that? I was not. The man put on a red hat, you guys. I'm still on that. I'm sorry, Bex. I can't go. I was not gonna go. He made ritzy rags into hobo stuff that's like hobo chic of sweats and stuff you can get from Cotton On. I'm not trying to discount you, but in my opinion, it wasn't fly. Now, the Essential Sphere God sweats and stuff, the material on that is way nicer than the collection that Kanye put out. So I'll roll with that.
Now, I saw College Dropout Kanye at the Red Rock when it was out here in the grass area by the pool. That was amazing. This was got to be a handful of years after.
And I was at other shows.
And that was a great show.
Nas's album was way fire. The new remastered Aaliyah 1 in a Million album that just downloaded is fire.
I haven't watched that.
We got other things to think about. I'm not worried about the Donda show. I don't care about the house he replicated or the house he grew up in to do the list. Like, I don't care. on that stuff. I really don't. You know, you made a fly shoe when you were with Nike. You went to Adidas and you lost your mind. I'm good.
Bex is on fire today. He's got more comments than anybody going through here.
Yeah, I'm not killing.
We'll move forward. Yeah. Before we close it out, because we've already gone on for a while now, I just wanted to introduce you all to our girl power for the day, Miss Ella Bruning, 12-year-old catcher.
Yes.
In the Little League World Series. Let's just check her out. These are some of her highlights.
Kinney next up, dangerous hitter. That one's bounced and doesn't get away from Ella. Another really good block, and Ella is putting on a show behind home plate. An 11-year-old brother Dylan on the team as well. That one is into left, and it's going to get down. There you go. Ella Bruning, 20th girl in Little League World Series history, and she's aboard with a single.
Single to left off the bat of Ella Bruning. First hit of the night for the team from Texas.
Miles, the shortstop on this team. That's in the dirt. Can't be found. Ella's going to go. Here's the throw down. She's stolen a base. In the dirt, that gets by. And now Ella's going to move up, and so is Miles.
Hey, pick him up now. Pick him up.
They're down second and third. Midway. Not deep. This one's by. Here comes Ella Bruning. She's going to score the first run of the night. Hold up. A hit, a stolen base, and now a run for Ella. And it's 1-0 Texas Southwest.
Good job. Dylan, let's go.
Ella does it again. There you go. Ella Bruning has got 2 hits tonight. And she is back to first base. What a night for the...
Listen. 12
she was fire.
Years old.
I know. Isn't that fantastic?
She's the 20th girl to play in the Little League World Series. She's the only girl playing this year. She's only the 3rd girl to have multiple hits in the Little League World Series. She's also the first girl to play catcher since 2001.
Beast. At such an early age.
Listen, can you imagine the boys that she's going against? And they're probably like, dang, I just got kicked by a girl.
No,
she is phenomenal. Yes, Miss Bollendy, this girl. So they actually won today. They play tomorrow at noon. The loser of Hawaii and Michigan. She is
girl power.
I mean, she also pitches in some of the regionals. She was pitching as well. So catcher, pitcher, hitter. She plays all sports. She's just, I mean,
the trifecta.
If I were to have a 12-year-old, that's the one I want.
We would love it. We love to see it. We would love to see it.
Yeah. So shout out to Ella.
Shout out to her.
She is definitely our girl power for today. And shout out to all of you for joining a show. We appreciate those that have come on throughout the hour and over an hour now. Shout out to my mom that tuned in, everybody that came in. Make sure you share it. Give us a like. Go to our YouTube. Subscribe at Girl Chat Sports. Find us on social media at Girl Chat Sports. Give us a shout out. And if not, we all will also see you back here next Wednesday. You got anything for everybody?
No, you said a mouthful.
I did. I didn't breathe. I was like Kelsey for a second.
Yeah, you didn't. You did. Kelsey, you didn't. But you do that. You're good at it. I can't. Shout out everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Bex, we love you.
Love y'all, Bex.
Yes, even if you wear Yeezys, we love you, Bex.
We'll get you back on now that you got your show on. We got to talk about the East Coast stuff.
We do. Yeah. Yes, definitely. So tap into
when this trip to Dubai is going to happen. Just kidding.
Yeah, that's going to be dope.
He's our Dubai Connect. Thanks, B Sal. We love you too.
Yes.
Good seeing you as always.
Yes.
And
thank
we'll
you.
The news later too.
And guess what? Yesterday's prices aren't today's prices. So that's how phenomenal everybody in the chat and how phenomenal we are. Yes. Yesterday's price is not today's price. And we'll tune in to y'all next week. And thank you for all the love and support. And we'll see you when we see you.
Appreciate it. Bye.
West Coast Wednesdays. We out.